Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a sci-fi horror role-playing game. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Jack.
Help! I need the bare necessities.
Gabe as Roy.
I really hope that everybody isn't expecting me to save them.
No, just me.
And Matt as Rocky.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Why?
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
I broke my ankle. I can't.
Yeah,
Why?
You had,
Why'd you break your ankle?
I
had
need
first
life
aid.
alert.
You're good. Yeah. Well, how's everybody doing tonight? How was your
Good.
day?
Good. It was good.
I'm here.
It was
it good
a
though?
day.
I made
guys
it through
have
the
any good?
wilderness somehow.
Wilderness girls.
I made
Today-
it through.
Today is a day.
It is a day.
It's true.
Yep.
It's a day, and then today is the first day of our
Rest of our
new
lives.
3-week lockdown, right?
Yep.
3 weeks.
I got 4 notifications on my phone.
It's funny because my life isn't going to change at all.
Yeah, it's great. I was sleeping this morning when my phone went off when the emergency alert sound. And I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? And they're like, by the way, COVID restrictions. And I'm like, god damn it.
They didn't even bother sending me an emergency alert. I didn't get one of those.
See, I did. It was really
just
fucking
figured it would
annoying.
listen,
Flip phone
huh?
isn't compatible with.
Matt's like, what the hell you text me for right now? It's noon. Can't you tell I'm sleeping?
They took me off the list. They want me to be left behind.
Oh, well, Kirk Cameron will help you out with that, so don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
No, he's busy saving Christmas.
I want to be on Kirk Cameron's list.
All right. Listeners, if you would like to provide feedback or praise or just say hi, drop us a letter from beyond on our website at lovecrafttapes.com. And we did get one letter, so that's kind of nice.
Letter.
A
letter P?
letter. This is from Chunky Love Muffin, who says, I've been binge listening to your podcast on my way home from work, and I'm just about caught up. I love the quick, witty back and forth between you guys. There's times when I've nearly wrecked my truck laughing. The commercials and the recommendos are awesome and allow you to stand out from the other podcasts I listen to. Keep up the good work, guys. Just remember, you can't roll for insanity if you're already insane.
That's true. And I want to.
Why did we not think of that?
Don't look in the back seat.
You think we're witty?
No.
Go on.
With the D's.
I think we're pretty and witty and...
Wait,
right.
Brian, did you say D's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nuts. So thank you, Chunky
No,
Love
thank
Muffin.
you. I'm allergic.
Appreciate that. Some very nice words there. So that was it for Letters from Beyond. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. So check that out if you want to get more interesting content. I am posting some things that even the players can't see. Only Patreon supporters can. You'll also have access to early access to the episodes. For the most part, and some special one-shot tapes, secret tapes, bonus tapes, that sort of thing. So if you'd like
That's where
to...
we put the real podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that's true because we do put a different version now on patreon.com that has the outtakes for the public version, the regular RSS feed. We do not do the outtakes. It's a special gift to our Patreon supporters because it takes extra time to edit that stuff in, and I want to reward those people who help us out. So appreciate that. Nope. Kofu Minapa, you are just in time. So you didn't miss anything.
Oh, the
JIT.
episode's over.
Exactly. Sorry.
It's over.
Oh, it's over, you
Right,
guys.
see you next
Come
week,
on.
guys.
All right. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break.
How do I forget every single time we do this?
Because
I
you're
don't
like,
know, man.
what? Who the what the? I rolled an 89.
I rolled a 22.
Nice.
I'm not
And
Wait.
Gabe, so I think it's me and Gabe, right? So I'm
first time
I'm
in
the seller.
four shows.
Finally, I have the
Yeah, I'm
the
on a
script
longer
here.
streak, Brian.
I know.
So I'll
I
be
think
I'll
I'm
be
on
the
the longest.
seller, and you'll be the buyer. Psst. Hey, you, buddy.
Psst, me?
Psst. Yeah, you.
Psst. All right, what?
Come on over here. You in the market for something really cool?
I like things that are really cool.
I don't mean like temperature cool. I mean like, vibey cool. It's vibey.
Okay, that's not as good, but I like that too.
All right. Just follow me. Step into my alley. I mean, my office. Just in this alley area here. It's my office.
This is a nice office.
Thanks, man. I put up the pictures myself. It's the hang in there kitten poster.
Oh, I noticed. I like the way that the kitten is hanging in there.
It's perseverance. It's all about perseverance, Well, let me introduce myself. My name's Frank, and I represent a company called Alley Apps. It's not Alley Oops. It's Alley Apps.
Oh, that's clever. It's like alley oops, but like it's alley apps.
But don't confuse it with Alley Oops.
All right. Well, what does your company do? Does it like have something to do with alleys?
Yeah, no, it's not that at all. It's more like apps, not oops, but apps. And what we do is we go around and we convince people like you, like yourself, discerning customers, to install certain apps.
Well, like what kind of apps am I installing?
We got all kinds, we got apps for cooking and we got apps for dating. But really, I'm just here today to sell you something called Rowdy Roddy Specs app.
I am already sold, but I'll hear the pitch.
Well, what we do is we take this app, and it's really just an augmented reality app. You put it up, you install the app, you push the camera button, and it'll show you what people really look like.
Oh, so like before all the plastic surgery that everybody has in this dystopian nightmare that we live in.
Exactly right. I mean, you get the true sense, and you can find out which one of these jackasses is zombies or ghouls or aliens.
Well, will it still work when I'm all out of bubblegum?
Yes, but that was actually my line at the end. It's
Improv,
good.
Jeremy. Yes, and.
It's good that you asked that, because with every installation of this app, you get a free pack of bubblegum. Every download, you can give your friends packs of bubblegum. It's all good. What do you think?
I do like free bubblegum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm gonna download the app just for that, and then I guess the app is okay too.
Yeah, the app's an added bonus. The gum is really what I'm here to peddle. But
Yeah.
So that's a Rowdy Roddy Specs, and you got to put it up close to your face too, because it's you got to get the full version. You got to see everything behind what's behind reality. You'll find out who is against us and who's with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a great product. I can tell that like I'm gonna use this whenever I want to go kick some ass.
Yeah. Well, how about you and me? We go kick some ass, but first, if you wouldn't mind, I need a little help finishing eating this trash can.
Oh, okay. I'm always good for the trash, I'm a big fan.
I'll start with the actual barrel part, and if you wouldn't mind getting the lid, just dig in there, just like. Oh, that goes against my feelings. And we're back. What'd you guys think of that product and their service?
Ooh. I'm a little speechless, really. I didn't think that a product could cover every single thing I was looking for Christmas.
I'm giving it a 0.5 out of 10. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
It's kind of crazy when the buyer can predict the sales pitch. I like to see that.
It's not going to make any sense.
Oh, well, I know. I love to say the things that don't make any sense.
We're hoping to make dollars, not cents. All right.
No, I only want cents.
Dollar bills.
I accept my bribe money only in coins of quarters or less.
Bride
None
money?
of that
Quarters are a bit too big for me.
Really? I don't have a problem passing them
I
along.
can't hold it with my tiny hand.
I think they fit in just perfectly fine.
Oh boy.
Cricket.
Yep.
No, seriously. Cricket. I've heard that product
I
in their
love
service can help insects play professional sports. I mean,
Do
not
they
like
play cricket?
not like football or baseball or basketball or tennis or highlight or hockey or football. More like darts. I mean, have you ever seen grasshoppers shoot 301 or Shanghai or 501 or chase the dragon or 701 or just plain cricket? Yeah, me neither. But I bet you their guns must be very tiny.
What about just one?
Was that a little too fast? Did that goes over your head?
No,
I'm still
someone's-
processing it. Hold on.
Someone's driving by with their motorcycle going, rum, rum.
Small penis?
Cricket.
It happened.
Now, dear investigators,
Yes.
we continue. Case 11, Haunted Hearts. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. From dead birds to talking dolls to phantom portals, the investigators of the unknown encounter more supernatural spoopiness than they can handle as they explore the second floor of the Pole Manse. A dark closet triggers repressed childhood memories in Roy, a confrontation with his father that left more than just bruises on his arm. Rocky and Ricky continue to search for journal pages, but the bottom drops out of their investigation. Literally. Meanwhile, Jack and Danny find their brush with a ghost baby unbearably horrific. Will our heroes ever find the missing girls? Or is time running out for all of them?
Keeps on ticking.
Rocky. You're having the most wonderful vacation. The sun is shining golden bright overhead. The sky's blue and cloudless. A light, warm breeze ruffles your thick, healthy head of hair, tickling the back of your clean-shaven neck. Behind dark designer sunglasses, you drink in the sight of a calm azure ocean as you sit on the spotless white beach in a comfortable sling-back lounge chair. In one hand is a Mai Tai with a colorful umbrella sticking out of a tall, cool glass that is dripping with condensation. In the other, a smoldering Cuban cigar, the fragrant tobacco mingling with the scent of suntan lotion and palm trees. From somewhere behind you drifts the formless music of steel drums and xylophones. You draw in a deep breath and immediately begin gasping, your throat obstructed by something slimy and writhing. The drink and cigar fall to the sand as you lurch forward out of the chair and onto your knees, clutching at your neck. You can't breathe. Dark spots begin to dance in front of your eyes like negative after images of fireworks. You try to retch up the alien intruder, even now coiling in the dark recesses behind your tonsils, but it's no use. The thing won't budge, and you can feel your body shutting down. Shuddering in the precursor to death throes, you roll onto your back, staring up at the sky, waiting for the inevitable. But then, a solar eclipse. No, not exactly. It's the shadow of someone standing over you. A young woman, dripping, naked, fresh from the sea. She bends over you, lips parting softly, lowering to meet yours. Her mouth meets yours for just the briefest of moments. Then the woman's face shifts, becoming that of your brother Roy, his rum-sodden breath filling your lungs. In surprise and disgust, you cough up a lungful of seawater directly into his face. Ricky is also kneeling nearby, but both you and your brother appear to be focused on Danny, who is standing in the doorway to the bedchamber. You guys, she repeats. I said there's a goddamn bear in the other room and it's killing Jack!
I gotta save everybody today.
Come on! And she starts rushing out of the room.
Oh, she's Russian.
And I'll cautiously, as I stand up, I'll slap Rocky in the face, and then I'll sort of cautiously go with Danny, trailing a little behind her with my gun drawn.
Okay.
What medium are you working in to draw your gun?
Oh, charcoal paint.
Nice.
Charcoal gun.
No charcoal paint. It's a blend.
Ricky reaches down to grab Rocky's hand. Are you well enough to go?
I'll be fine. Just give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute.
All
My
right.
slap really hurt him.
Garcon, this fish was salty.
So, Roy, you head out the door of this chamber. Seawater dripping from your face, of course, and a little bit of bile from Rocky's gullet. And you see Danny just making a beeline for the door that is directly to the east of the chamber that you come out of.
Isai.
And she looks back at you to make sure you're following.
He turns quickly and looks like he's
And
pretending to work with a book.
Pulls up a newspaper,
Nothing.
slowly walks it down, puts it back up.
She's spotted me.
I'll sneak. No, I'm behind her. I'm just cautious.
All right. And because the staircase hall is so long, you know that you can overtake her pretty easily and reach the
not
door
right.
before she does if you want.
I don't
On
want
your
to.
left.
You want her to go first?
Yes.
In the speed walking. On your left.
So brave, my hero.
She needs to show me where it is. I don't know where it is.
All right. So we'll put you guys right about here, about 3/4 of the way to the door when Ricky hauls Rocky to his feet. Are you going to be okay?
I'm definitely going to need some medical attention for my foot, but as long as you can drag me down this hallway, I'm going to pull my gun out. I say we go bear hunting.
All right. And she provides some support, slinging one of your arms over her shoulders. And
the wrong
I'm not talking about large, hairy Russian men either.
and basically draws you out of the room. You stumble out, casting a fearful glance behind you at the room that had just plummeted to the bottom of the ocean.
Could you call that the room where it happened?
The room where it happened. Don't you wish you were there, Rocky?
No. No, I don't.
Rocky.
Fuck that shit.
Rocky. But you guys burst out of the chamber to see Roy and Danny just about ready to go into the bedroom.
When is it Jack's turn to talk this episode?
Shut up, jerk.
So the door is closed, and Danny turns to give you a fearful look. Do you have your gun drawn?
Yeah, I
He's
do.
using charcoal.
Beautiful charcoal paint, nonetheless.
And she casts a look at your gun and steps aside to let you go first because she doesn't have any kind of weapon.
On your left?
Ah,
On your left.
we're at the doorway.
Yes, you are.
I'll kick the door in, assuming it goes that way. The picture says it goes that way.
It goes in, swings back, and hits him in the face.
The picture.
Knocks him out.
So Roy kicks in the door. Rocky and Ricky are about halfway.
And I break my ankle.
Twinsies.
You break your left ankle, I break my right ankle.
Let's call the whole thing off. So Roy, you burst into the room and you see what appears to be probably some sleeping chamber, almost a mirror image of the one that you just found Rocky and Ricky and Danny in, or Rocky and Ricky in. And you expect to see a bear, as Danny described, attacking Jack. Instead, you see Jack standing in the southeast corner, sort of brushing his clothes off. Some dust is on his clothes, and putting his gun in the holster. He looks up at you with a quizzical look, and you see a bearskin rug lying in front of the hearth with a couple bullet holes in it.
Smoking a cigar.
And I'll turn to Danny. I think he got the bear.
What?
Green is sus.
What's that, Jack? What happened? Or I'm sorry, Roy? Is he okay?
I think he got the bear, Danny. I don't think we're in any danger.
And she looks over your shoulder. Jack, are you okay?
Well, I've been better. I think that was a ghost. Did you tell them about the baby?
And she hesitantly comes into the room, looking, her eyes wide, just looking every which way. And she's particularly looking at you, Jack, and she's like,
I'm checking myself as well. Like, why am all my guts still in me? You know?
Because that's where they belong, silly.
Because I experienced that. I experienced the attack. But then the bear rug is just sitting on the floor with bullet holes in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
kind of wild.
All right, well, I guess we're done here.
Roy, I'm not crazy. I saw the damn thing. It tried to take a claw out of us. It tried to snag us.
This house is doing things.
Jack, I saw it hit you in the face.
It hit me in the face and in the stomach.
But
look, I'm fine. I don't know what happened.
And by this time, Rocky and Ricky appear in the door.
Oh, God, what happened to your face? I'm so... Oh, you always look like that.
This house is doing things.
Something happened.
It drowned you. First of all, Rocky, it drowned you in the middle of a wooden floor. Second of all, a bear skin rug attacked you. Third of all, I haven't had a nap in a while.
So unfortunately, it appears things are escalating as we run out our invisible clock here. I'd say at this point, we're probably reaching phase 4. We have entities that are harnessing the local energy fields as well as other ambient sources of psychosomatic energy to not only fully manifest, but also incur changes to the physical world around us, at least temporarily anyway.
English, Rocky, English.
We know do good.
The ghosts are strong enough at this point to mess with you. They get inside your head. They can make things appear the way they aren't. Now, according to my previous training, there is a level 5 here, but as far as I know, no one's ever seen that.
All right, well then we're not going to be the first.
What is it we're missing? We've got to be missing something.
I still think this whole incident revolves around the former patriarch of the manse here. What was his name? John, I believe?
I think you mean the bro, not the manseer.
Oh. Yes, John Poe.
You talking about the bromance?
This isn't Scrubs.
Poe. Let me write that down.
So right before the floor fell out of us in the other room, I saw
Whoa, what?
Oh, yes, if you're wondering why we're wet. Long story. Floor fell out. We were underwater. Thing with tentacles was walking towards us. I nearly died.
Dumbass drowned when there was no water.
Yes. Anyway, right before the floor fell out, I did see a shadow figure of a man, and I'm assuming that this is John Poe himself coming back to make sure that this time the ritual finishes.
Rocky, what did he look like?
Well, he hasn't fully manifested yet. All I can say is that he was an average
it a
height
big
male
smile?
figure. Yes, quite a large.
I've seen
disturbing
him as
smile.
well.
You have?
That's why we came into this room. In the corner where those light fixtures are at, there was a baby in a cradle. It was a cradle, right? Not a carrot or
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah. Crib.
A crib. That's what it was. As soon as I touched it, that's when the bear jumped to life and attacked us.
Quite strange.
So we're getting close to something they don't want us to.
Yes, either we're close to figuring things out and they don't want us to get any closer, or we are running out of time.
Either way, we need to keep moving. Did anybody find anything? Have we looked every place on this floor?
The only place we have not yet visited is the attic.
Okay. Well,
And I'm clearly no longer in any shape to make that climb. So at the top of the stairs to the attic, there's about, you say, what, a 10-foot gap from the top of the stairs to the door to the attic?
Roy?
Yes, that's right.
You think you could hoist me up?
Of course I can. I could do anything.
I could pull the girls up, and then you guys could, I don't know, protect us from down there, so we can check out.
I can hang out on the stairs. My ankle is not going to allow me to do much.
Well, I won't be able to pull
climbing.
Roy up. He's a bit beefier than what I can handle. But with me and the girls up there, we could probably at least cover our bases.
So maybe you could. There might be a rope or something in the attic.
Good idea. Or a
you
ladder.
might be able to find something. Yes.
I can.
But anyway,
you didn't find a ladder closet?
I thought Roy found a step ladder somewhere, didn't he? I thought someone found a step ladder.
I haven't had a chance to say a word, so
It was Jack who found one.
Okay, so I was like, somebody found. I remember somebody finding a ladder.
Wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Now where was
So you found the ladder closet.
It was.
I remember
ping.
right here.
Yep.
Right here.
we all thought we found the ladder closet.
I believe that was it.
The ladder closet was
Now my
the friends
joke
we made
isn't
along the way.
Oh, none of you found a ladder closet? Well, I did.
No.
In there, now it makes sense. Hey, editor.
We'll edit that other part out and post. It's fine.
Hey, Jerry.
And be like, hold on a second. And I'm going to run through the bathroom into the next chamber and grab that ladder out of that closet.
Okay.
And roll a D100.
And
Roll for
what are you
bears.
guys doing while he's
Matt.
running into the next room?
I'm going to have Ricky help me back over to where the attic staircase is.
Okay. Roy?
I'm limbering up.
Okay.
Well, we don't know where that's at. So wait till I come meet back up with you, please. All right. So I'm just going to then, once I get the ladder, as long as I can carry it, it's just a step ladder, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So I'm going to go back out into the main hall and start heading back towards this room.
All right. Why don't Rocky and Roy each give me a D100, please?
What? We didn't change rooms.
72.
62.
Oh, no. I don't know.
Good year, 62. Good year.
Un moment.
72 was a good year for my parents. I was born in 73.
Was a very good year.
So 62 was also a good year for your parents.
Huh?
Okay.
Really great weather that year. The grapes were.
So Rocky and Ricky, essentially leaning on one another, go back out into the main staircase hall and begin.
Nothing happens because it's boring in this house.
Exactly. Boring in this room.
Oh, thank God.
And they're going to make their way back towards the staircase up to where the attic goes. Danny and Roy
Make out.
No. Danny
Roll
says
for
to
make-out,
Roy.
Roy.
Danny says to Roy, this is you gotta believe me that something's going on here because that bear, and she tremblingly points to it. That thing came to life. It was like a real bear.
Oh, I know that this house is messed up, Danny. I've seen some stuff, and there's no way that Rocky could have drowned, as dumb as he is, when there's no water.
You had that closet that was black.
No, you don't know about this. Shut up. I'm not.
I'm remembering
You don't know
everything right now.
Shut up.
Shut up. Shutting up.
Ladder.
This is Danny and Roy now. So, I mean, I get it. I get it, Roy. You're absolutely right. Some weird shit's going on. I get it. And it doesn't matter that we've been drinking and I'm just starting to come down from all this. And I know I had quite a little more over my limit. That doesn't matter. I saw what I saw.
Okay, drunkie. Yeah, I believe you.
Right, Matt?
No, I know. I believe you. Why else would there be bullet holes in the rug?
And as you say that,
Shut up.
you're pointing at the bear. You see something in its mouth.
Be a ladder.
I hope it's gold coins.
It looks like a piece of parchment.
And I will pick it up.
It's right in the fireplace.
No, I'll like sort of look at it and I'll just be like, oh, I'm just
What are you
too
seeing, Roy?
good. Danny, I am just too good at this game. And then
what
I'll
is
reach into the bear's mouth and
Be
pull out
careful,
a
Roy. Be
paper.
careful.
See, so you stick your hand in and you go, oh my God, nothing happened. It's fine.
Nothing.
So you reach in,
Huh?
and sure enough, you can see that there is another piece of the journal stuck in the bear's mouth.
And because I rolled a 62, I die. And I'll pull it out as long as the bear lets me.
Whoa.
The bear remains inanimate, and you do pull out another piece of the journal.
Oh.
Which I will now show to you. And you
I
can
will
read it
read.
aloud.
For the class.
Read it to the class. Do the date at the beginning first, please.
September 28th, 2020. Whoa. Hold on. This sucks. Me and Rach told Gwen we didn't want to come here, but no. She didn't believe what the older kids said about this house being haunted. Now she knows. She's more scared than we are, big dummy. We camped out in this vestibule like Mike and them dared us, but when we woke up, the house was different. It isn't run down anymore. None of the windows open, and it looks like night outside all the time. Even though my smart watch says it's day, doors won't open either. It's like they're fake or something. I found this book in the smaller dining room. It was just sitting on the floor outside the basement door. We didn't go down the stairs yet. It smells funny down there. So I started writing in this book after the creepy guy's entries. Not sure what happened to him, but that was a long time ago. Oh, gotta go. Gwen wants to check out the attic. Maybe there's even a way up there. Funny how we're not even hungry or thirsty here.
Trick or treat. Oh.
So Ricky and Rocky meet Jack in the hallway just outside of the other chamber. He's coming out with a little stepladder.
Look, guys. On your left.
He picked the smallest one. It's one step.
It's actually
And
a
it's
3-step
not
counting the
quite
top.
10 feet, but hopefully we should be able to get someone up to that thing to open it.
Well, we might not even need it if Roy can get me up there, but we'll see. I don't know if I want Roy on a step ladder up 3 feet and then me on his shoulders trying to balance.
Well, Jack, here, I'll show it to you. It's just this way. Rocky, would you mind just waiting with for Roy and Danny? Rocky? Are you okay, Rocky?
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading over some stuff at the moment, just trying to remember what the heck has happened in
He's
previous
getting
episodes.
sex. He's getting sexted.
Are you
right
getting
now.
sexts?
I wish. Brian, I told you to wait until after the podcast to do that.
Sorry.
So Rocky, I'm just going to show Jack where it is, okay? If you would mind just waiting
yes.
for Roy and Danny.
I'll make sure they know where to go.
Okay, thanks. Jack's just this way, up these stairs
So I'll
over
just
here.
follow Ricky then.
Okay.
Cool.
Bloop.
Whoop. She's quick. Whoop. Whoop. I'm quick. Whoop.
Whoop.
Where'd you go? Whoop.
Oh,
Whoop.
Ricky,
Whoop.
you're so fine. You're so fine. You rock my mind. Oh, Ricky. Oh, Ricky.
So, Rocky, you're just waiting there in the staircase hall, listening to their retreating footsteps going up the stairs. And you start to hear a dripping sound coming from that chamber where it happened, the room where it happened. A steady drip, drip, drip.
I'm gonna back up against the wall that's right behind me and kind of sit down, and I'm going to pull my gun out and keep it trained on that door.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll a D100, please?
Let's not and say I did. 46.
Okay. So you're keeping your eye trained on that door, and you hear this dripping sound. And almost in unison, you begin to hear footsteps. But they're getting closer. It's not Ricky and Jack. And it doesn't sound like it's Roy and Danny. It sounds like somebody coming up the staircase. The grand staircase. Immediately behind you. Echoing footsteps.
I'm going to roll over onto my stomach to the east so that I'm pointing my gun through the banisters towards the staircase.
Okay. And it sounds as though the steps are getting closer and closer, but nothing appears through the banister. It's at that point that the chandelier hanging directly in the center of the well opening begins to gyrate slightly. It starts slowly at first, but you start to see it moving in a counterclockwise fashion. Swirling and swirling, becoming faster and faster. And Roy and Danny appear at the doorway to the chamber to the southeast.
And I'm going to take one hand, still one hand pointing kind of at the stairs, and I'm going to wave at them to get their attention, and then two finger and point towards the chandelier to get them to look at it.
And I don't notice him.
Oh, that's great.
And Roy for sure doesn't even notice and is just walking toward you, I guess, looking down at his gun, polishing it. Maybe actually looking down at the piece of paper that he just found, the journal entry. And but Danny she's like squinting over Roy's shoulder, kind of looking like, what the heck's going on over there? And then you can see that she notices at about just 10 feet from the entrance to the stairwell that she has noticed that the chandelier is now spinning in a wide concentric circle. And you can hear the rattle of the glass of the candelabra, the electric candelabra, as it begins to pick up speed. Roy, why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden?
There it is.
I need a 75. I got a 47. That's a success.
So you're walking forward, still looking at the piece of paper, holstering your gun, when you notice that there is this shadow playing on the floor in a repeatable circular motion, and you look up to see the chandelier just about ready to break free of its moorings.
And reacting I'll sort of get to the ground and not quite tackle Danny, but get her down with me and start shooting up at it.
All right. I will give you.
Okay, then.
All right. Then. I will give you one shot to take this puppy down before it actually releases from its anchor. So
he's not throwing away his shot?
Right. Shit. I love it. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. I need a 38. I got a 48. That's a failure.
So
push that roll.
You can push it if you give me a good enough reason.
I'm not gonna.
But
I just missed.
You know what happens otherwise. Okay. I'm gonna let that stand. So yeah, you fire off a shot, and it pings off of a piece of metal and actually makes it spin on its chain even faster. And the bullet embeds in the wall to the well opening, and it releases from the anchor. And pretty much where you guys are, it can kind of hit any one of you. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to roll. Yeah, not you or Ricky. I'm going to roll a D6. And if it's we'll say if it's a 1 or 2, it's going to hit Roy. If it's a 3 or 4, it's going to hit Rocky. If it no,
it's nice.
It could hit nobody. It could hit nobody.
Well, but you actually have a dodge to escape it beyond that. But it's going to be aiming for a particular person.
So we're all dead.
So that's going to be Roy. I rolled a 1. So Roy, you need this is going to be a hard dodge. Is what you're going to need.
Doesn't it respect me because I acted so fast? That was a normal dodge. I got 22.
2 points to make it a
2
hard.
away from a hard.
I'll spend them.
All right, so that gives you
20 luck.
20 luck left. Nice.
Yep. You can spend that on dodge, right?
Yeah, any skill.
I'm just making sure.
Pretty much any skill, just not like strength.
Can't
and all
spend
that
it
stuff.
on luck.
Luck.
Yeah. All right,
Can't
so
spend
you'll
it on
spend the luck. So you will. It flies off the chain. You dodge the main bulk of the chandelier, but the chain whips around and strikes you on the let's say the arm, just the arm on your left arm, and it basically just rips through your clothing and gives you a laceration on your left bicep. Looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
But you will take 1 point of damage.
He flexes and blood squirts out.
That's how tough I am. And
what would I have taken? How many points of luck do I got to spend to not take that 1 point of damage?
Well, then it said we roll d6, and then you could take the full brunt of it. So,
Take the 1.
So it's what's done is done.
If I spend
You'll take the 1.
20 more points of luck.
No, I believe. So how are you doing hit point wise?
I have 9 of 10.
Okay, so you're fine. You're fine. So you will take.
I have 9 of 11. So you're doing better than me.
Right.
9/11.
9/11. Never forget.
What do I have because of the ghost bear?
Don't ask questions.
You're fine.
You have negative
Right.
1.
It's just all ghost stuff, so you're fine. You're at full.
Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Mentally or something. You never know.
Yeah. There's all that stuff.
That's called sanity.
I just punched my microphone.
Fuck you, Mike.
It's Matt's
You're not my
turn.
dad,
Matt's
Mike.
gotta punch the mic next.
So
Do I have to?
The chain whips you in the arm, and then the bulk of it just rolls down the stairs, clattering the whole way, and shattering. The electric candelabra shatters.
Library.
And when the silence descends again, Rocky, you no longer hear the dripping sound, nor the footsteps up the stairwell. Danny rushes to Rocky's side, Roy's side, rather. Danny rushes to Roy's side. Oh my God, are you okay? Oh.
I've been beat up a lot worse than this.
I don't know. It looks pretty bad. There's blood. Oh, God, blood.
She starts hitting him. Let's try it.
Rocky, why didn't you warn us?
He sees that and he looks up. What is it?
Huh? What? There's something happening. I was taking a nap. I haven't done it in hours.
You think that you need a nap more than I need a nap? There's no way in hell.
Roll for nap.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me check one quick thing here. Just want to check
He's checking who has a better nap score.
All right. Okay. Okay, we're going to do a D100 here. Boom.
69.
84.
Nice.
So Danny's like looking at the laceration on your arm. She's like, I'm sorry, Roy, I just don't have any medicine or anything to help you out here.
Give it a smooch.
Get over here. I'll see what I can do with it.
Don't forget about the pills in your pocket.
I'm going to take
Oh, no,
one.
okay.
You know I'm going to take one.
I'm going to try and do something to help see if I can't, bandage it up at least for him while we're here.
All right, go ahead and try a first aid, please.
Rocky looks at it and goes,
Damn, I needed a 49. I rolled a 77. That's a
Spend the
failure.
luck. I would do it for you.
No, you wouldn't.
he doesn't have enough.
I know. Push it.
Push it real good.
If I fail, does that mean it hurts him? Because if so, let me click this button.
Maybe. No. So yeah, clearly
Cut my eye and now I have
it's a really ragged laceration, and it's just not easily bandaged up, and you guys just don't have the proper materials right now. Unfortunately,
Spit on it.
Yeah, spit's good. That'll kill any of the bacteria.
I'm gonna rub some dirt in it.
Inject
Oh,
you
but
some
wait,
bleach.
but hold on. I can definitely fix it myself.
Self first aid.
I can definitely self
I don't.
it.
I'm not sure. Can you do self first aid?
I don't know.
I don't.
I can
know why you
medicine it.
I don't know that you can do that. I don't think well, it must be administered with two people.
Well,
can
none
try
of
it
us
once.
can. But maybe in the game.
Honestly, I can't remember if that's a thing.
I think it is.
All right, go ahead if you want to try it.
I got this. Watch this, guys.
Watch this.
I failed. What if I fumbled? That would have been bad.
Yeah, it's that would have been
Spits it
terrible. Yeah, so you try. I mean, it's just going to be one of those ragged, bloody things that probably needs a couple stitches, to be honest. And fortunately, it's not too debilitating, but your arm hurts like a mofo. And when this is all said and done, you're just going to have to get some stitches, I think.
Hello, my baby.
I'm not going to get stitches later. I'm going to definitely forget about it by then, but
It'll make a really nasty scar as you heal naturally.
Yeah,
but,
it'll hurt your muscle.
but totally badass.
you know I want that. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to get stitches.
So the three of you are sitting there trying to recuperate. The whole
Roy
thing.
goes, I'm no snitch. I'm not getting stitches.
And then right now you're feeling pretty good. So what next?
Guys.
So we should probably attempt to head over to the attic to see what happened with Ricky and Jack. But before we go, and I'm going to attempt to scrounge up enough stuff to build just a really basic splint for my ankle, just to make walking a little bit easier.
Okay. Yeah. So with a little bit of assistance, you're able to locate, maybe break part of the spindle of the staircase.
Nice.
And sort of wrap it up with some torn material. If you want, you could even go into the bed chamber. You're probably likely to find something, maybe a mattress. You can use a bit of the straps there. But it takes you a goodly 20 minutes for all this to occur. So there you have it.
I can do something.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, Jack, you and Ricky approach the go up the stairs, and you see overhead the trapdoor to the attic.
The attic.
The attic. It's about 10 feet overhead.
It's Nick.
And you estimate that probably with the step ladder that you found, you should be able to just reach the little hole where a rope used to hang from.
Oh, to pull the stairs down?
To pull the trapdoor down.
Trapdoor, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try that then.
Okay. Yeah. So Ricky says, "All right, I'll just hold the step ladder for you. Go ahead."
All right, step to the side though, just in case there's something on the door and it spills out.
You don't think there's spiders, do you? Because I hate spiders.
Oh no, a house like this would not have spiders.
Okay. All right. I'll just be ready.
Just bird spiders.
I'll hold it. Don't worry. I'll do this. It's no problem. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm going to do this.
So describe.
Oh, okay.
Not this.
I'd have to roll. I didn't know what you were wanting. All right, so I'm going to reach up, and I believe. Let me check one thing here.
Fucking monkey.
Yeah, I actually reach it fairly easily because I'm a little over 6 foot. Mm-hmm. So with my arm reach, I can grab that, and I'm going to reach up, and it's one of those rings that seat inside its own casing. So I'm going to reach my finger in there. It's pretty crusty. It's been a while. With the help from a little bit of the rope that's still on there, decayed rope, I'm going to pull down and pull hard. And as I pull, the latch is going to switch down so I can pull it, but it's also going to open the attic door very quickly.
And it does. And you see the collapsible ladder that is built into it.
Okay.
Begin to fold down.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just jump to the side because it's only a 3-step ladder, so it's about 3 feet up. And with one arm, put my arm behind me as I jump to the side and move Danny out of the way. Ricky move Ricky out of the way.
Oh, that you did that pretty easily.
Well, you know.
And you see basically a dark rectangle above.
Okay. So no ladder actually came down. It's still full.
It's there.
Okay.
Yeah, it slowly sort of starts to unfold.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it'd be one of those.
It's something that you can grab and sort of maneuver yourself.
Got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I get that into position. I'm like, "You ready? Let's go take a peek."
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Do you have a flashlight or anything?
Yeah. Yes, I do. So I pull out my flashlight and I hand it to her. I go, "You go first. I'll cover the rear." Okay. I want to be able to look both ways as we go up. And I'm going to climb up the ladder as she's going up normal. Uh-huh. I'm going to go up backwards with my heels so I can check the backside of us as we go up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So she's looking this way and I'm looking behind her.
Got it. So she ascends the ladder slowly, cautiously, peeking her head up just above the entrance to the attic and shines the light around. She's like, you can hear her call down, I don't say anything. It looks empty.
Well, let's check every nook and cranny.
Okay. And she moves fully into the attic.
All right. I'm going to also move in. I'm going to stay kind of close because she's got the flashlight. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have my switchblade handy just in case.
Okay.
Close quarters combat. I don't want to.
Sure.
Just in case.
And you guys
fight a ghost.
Yeah. You enter the attic, and it appears that it is most of the area that is around the second floor. So it's just above. It's a very large area with, slanted beams, support beams, that sort of thing. But actually in pretty decent shape. There's not a whole lot of dust here. It just looks like a very large open area. You don't see any storage. If there was anything that was stored there once upon a time, it's completely gone. I don't think I even have a description. Let me double check here real quick just to make sure.
Anticlimactic.
Un momento. Yeah. So there are some cobwebs, but not of the spider variety. Just dust cobwebs that stretch between the support beams. But otherwise, it looks like a very large space that's very dry, but otherwise completely empty. This isn't exactly what I expected, Jack.
It's not what I expected either.
Well-
Should we try a reading? Try to read this room while we're here?
That could be. Yeah, we could do that. I guess we should just poke around a little bit first.
All right, let's do that. You keep the flashlight.
Okay.
Every once in a while, shine it towards me if you don't mind, just so I know you're good.
Okay. And the two of you begin to comb the attic
Okay.
for a little bit there. You do hear a muffled sound that sounds vaguely like a gunshot, but you can't be sure. It could be just one of the boards underneath your feet snapping.
Okay. I'm going to stop a second and listen.
It doesn't recur.
All right.
And after just a few minutes, Ricky is standing in the center of the attic. And she's like, Jack, come here.
Okay, I rush over. What is it?
And you're standing very close to one another. You're looking up at her curiously. She's like, watch.
Mm-hmm.
And she breathes, and you can see her breath. And you could tell that the whole surrounding area right here in the center of the attic is quite a bit colder than the rest of it.
Feels the same as when the bear was there. Okay, I think I know. I'm going to sweep Ricky's leg out from underneath her, dropping her to the floor.
Okay. She gets out at a little bit of a yelp and lands on her butt. The flashlight falls from her hand and rolls.
I know what you are, and I'm going to put my knife into her heart and cover her mouth.
So Rocky, Roy, and Danny. You're getting to your feet. You're feeling a little bit better now that you've got a splint. And what would you like to do?
Well, I suppose it's time we make our way over to the attic. Maybe they've found another journal page that might shed some more light on what exactly is happening here.
Oh, speaking of which, and I'll hand him the journal page that I found and be like, hey, you need to start finding some of these.
Interesting. And I'm going to kind of read it over as we're walking towards the attic stairs.
Okay.
And I'll kick him in the broken ankle.
So Rocky, what do you make of that? It sounds like the girls wrote it.
Yes, it seems like wherever Eldritch Poe ended up, our girls also ended up. I'm starting to suspect that there is some sort of commonplace that everybody ends up in when they get trapped here.
Well, I suspect we'll find out about it sooner rather than later.
Unfortunately, you are most likely correct. All right, let's see if they manage to get the attic open or not.
And
I can't wait to see Ricky. She's my best friend in the house.
And as Rocky says that and takes a step onto the stairwell leading up towards the attic entrance,
Roll D100.
you begin to hear a weird sound that sends chills up your spine. Just up to the north, through that hallway that leads to where the other page was destroyed, you quite clearly hear the sound of a sewing machine and someone humming.
I knew it.
What are they humming?
On top of Old Smoky. No.
All covered in cheese.
Love my meatball.
I'm going to stop. I'm going to slowly back down the staircase, and I'm going to pull my gun out, and I'm going to look at Roy and Danny, and I'm going to point down the hallway towards the sewing room, and I'm going to start slowly limping down the hallway.
And Danny nods as if she hears it too.
And I'll follow.
Swiping
From
at
the
same
back.
time for a while. Ding, 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 ding.
So the three of you stalk carefully, cautiously down that hallway, and you realize that there's a light on just past the doorway, which is open just a few inches, and the humming is getting louder. And the sewing machine sounds like it's working up quite a storm. No.
She's in there. Yeah.
It's got a great beat, but you can't really dance to it.
No.
I'm DJ Qualls. Oh,
DJ Quilted Northern.
$170 right now on Amazon.
right?
Fools.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to wait for them to get up behind me, and since I'm down one leg, I'm going to shoulder check the door open and kind of take as big of a step in as I can, make sure my gun is up and pointing towards where I think the humming is coming from.
So the room, as you know, is pretty small. It's not a big room at all. Probably in the neighborhood of 10 by 8, kind of. I think it's around that. So it's a really small room, except it has completely changed since you last saw it. There is a window to the north, which now has beautiful, luxurious, floor-length curtains. The sewing machine that you had previously destroyed by shooting it is intact, and seated at that station is what appears to be an old woman dressed in finery, gray hair. You can't quite see her features because her back's to you. And she is busily working on some sort of garment with red thread.
Shoot it.
I'm going to shoot the garment.
It's almost as if it's a long dress or perhaps some sort of body covering, or maybe even a blanket, just very thin and narrow, but it's almost as if she's constructing the whole thing out of just thread, of which there are spools and spools set up all along these spindles, which all feed into this sewing machine. And she's just humming as she's sewing.
I'm going to swing in. Yeah, I don't know who you are, Grandma, but drop it and let me see your hands.
And the sewing stops for a moment. She doesn't move a muscle. And you see her hands come down and fold in her lap. But she continues.
Hands where I can see them.
She continues to hum.
Reach for the sky.
Stop resisting!
Which guy? Oh, this guy. Brian.
Sorry.
Fucking Mike.
God damn it, Mike.
Sorry.
Hate you, Mike.
Hey, don't shut up. I'm just going to have to keep punching you.
And you hear this voice emanate from the old woman. Are you the visitors?
I'm going to plug her right in the back of the head. See if I can't go dead center. I don't trust anything, man.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
There goes all your answers.
I needed 74. I got a 30. That's a hard success.
So the bullet flies a very short distance, hits the back of her head. Her head explodes. Basically, you see a crevice just open up and both sides of her head split to either side. And red thread spools out from inside her head. And you hear her voice say, "That wasn't very hospitable."
Well, I already took a shot. Roy, it's your turn. Get in here.
Next.
I like string too.
Who's
This is
up for some
Twine.
string theory?
Get it right.
I guess I think let's give Rocky a sanity roll. How's that?
Yeah.
Makes sense, since I shouldn't be
have
the only
to.
one that has to make them.
I needed a 64. I rolled a 96. That's a failure.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and give you another point of sanity.
Cool.
Which one?
Cool.
So I'm going from 64 to 65.
Yep. And I'm gonna go ahead. So that means
Other
you
way.
lost 5.
He said he was giving me a point of sanity. That clearly means it increases by 1.
He's right. He's got you there.
Yeah.
It's
see?
math. It's just math.
It is
Math
math.
Just math,
sucks.
man. It's just math.
Math man. Da, 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 da. All right, sir. You are currently sitting at rounded up 8%. So you're not anywhere near the 20% threshold yet. But that was pretty disturbing. So I'm going to expect a very violent reaction from you. So how do you react?
Violently.
Violently. The end. Seeing that whatever I did not work, despite the fact that her head is currently split open, my gun is going to drop to my side. I'm going to go wide-eyed, and then I'm just going to grab whoever is behind me and shove them towards her, and then try and back out of the room as fast as I can.
Ooh, nice. I like that.
I'm glad I came in third.
And I'm going to close the door on my way out.
I will say, ooh, I like that. So I will say that, yeah, I like that. So according to my map right here, you reach back and grab the first person at your grasp, and it's Danny. And she is, her body mass isn't great, so you easily grab her. She's quite surprised and throw her into the room and slam the door.
Surprise, mother. What happens to her?
We don't know.
Why?
It's just Rocky
Because
and
I closed the door.
Roy standing in the hallway outside.
Anything?
Hey, why'd you push her, dude?
The grandma was made of yarn.
Yeah, grandma's like yarn.
She was made of yarn.
Well, then why did you leave Danny in there with her?
Distraction. And I'm going to start running for the attic stairs.
Okay, I like that.
Nice. That's insane in the membrane.
And I'll open the door.
All right. So, Roy, as you hear your brother's limping footsteps go up the stairwell.
Oh,
You open the door
Ow. 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 Ow.
and see Danny sprawled in the middle of the sewing room. And you see this red yarn writhing all over her body, constricting her, drawing her into a pile at the center of the room. It's almost as if she's being attacked by a million snakes.
Whoopsie doodles.
yarn or thread?
And thread.
Okay.
Did I say yarn?
Yeah, but Matt said yarn too.
Yeah. Thread, yarn. It's all good.
Twine.
Twine,
Yarn thread.
rope.
He has an excuse. He's crazy.
Chains. All the same thing.
And she has it like it's across her mouth, like almost like a gag. And she's struggling and mumbling and
And I'll pull out my machete.
nice. You got a machete? That's awesome.
Yeah, I do.
My whole
Knew
life
it
has
would
been
come in
waiting for
handy.
this one moment.
I like it. Okay. So, yeah, you can see now that it's almost as if the entire room is made of this red thread, this thread yarn. All of these different filaments are almost coming from the walls. And you begin hacking madly at the individual filaments as Rocky limps up the staircase and sees the attic door wide open and the stairs that are built into it lowered. And you think, Rocky, that you see maybe some light above through the dark rectangle, but it's very still. You can't quite see it.
I'm going to have to very slowly climb up this ladder
And do an SOS with the lights. Boop, boop, boop.
and just slowly like peek my head up into the room just enough to look and kind of turn around and see what's happening.
I go, boo.
I shoot him.
No.
So you limp up and heave yourself above the lip of the attic.
I don't need no lip.
And what you see will change your life. BuzzFeed, no.
Number 12 will shock you.
Will shock you. You can't believe what you see.
It's a tea party.
The attic is an abattoir. There are hooks dangling from the ceiling, covered in viscera and blood. They jangle as if being blown by a unseen wind. It's colder up here, and it smells terrible. It smells like a slaughterhouse. There is a flashlight towards the center of this giant space. And in the feeble glow, which is flickering, you clearly see a man. His figure pale and nearly skeletal. Dark features, dark hair, which is falling out in clumps. 2 chains with hooks on the end.
Yeah.
Keep him.
That's not 2 chains.
2 chains.
That's Little John.
2 chains with hooks on the
I'm
ends.
devastated right now.
Pierce his palms
That was my whole goal tonight, was just to devastate Gabe.
while several other stainless steel cables with hooks on the end suspend him from the ceiling. His blood dripping onto the floor in the very center. Pooling. It's been that way for some time because the blood is black. And right next to him is Jack. His body suspended in the same manner. There are claw marks across his face, and his belly has been ripped open to expose dangling bits of intestine.
Don't look, I'm shy.
And at their feet, at the feet of these two suspended bodies, is Ricky, splayed out, hands wide, arms wide, eyes dead and staring up at the ceiling, and Jack's switchblade protruding from her chest. And then you see another figure directly to your right, just a few feet away.
It's like a fucking clown car up here. Where are all these people coming from, eh?
Striding toward you.
Strider.
Going to pull my gun out as quick as I can, point it at the moving figure, say, "This didn't work last time, but let me see those hands and stop moving or else you get it."
And the figure immediately stops moving and throws up their hands.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Gotta make sure I get the proper names here.
My name is Antigua Montoya.
Montoya, you killed my father.
Inigo Montoya. Get that right.
Inigo. And in Indianapolis.
It's me, Gwen. I think you were here to find us.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
The man, he was here, he killed her. It's him, it's John Poe. And the figure that is dangling in the center of the attic next to Jack's body raises its head and says, "My father." And I think that's where we got to call it.
What? I thought I was gonna.
Well, it's tough. It's tough. Okay, so
The funeral service will be held immediately.
tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes.
Not a fake.
All right,
It's a
guys,
reel.
let's hear your thoughts and theories.
Oh boy.
Lots of shit happened, but even though we didn't play, we're about 10 minutes shy.
I have no
Shit
clue.
happening, yo.
Yeah, let's start with Rocky. He's got the most shit heaped on in this
Yeah.
time. What do you think, man?
Give me info.
I think whatever is happening, we are running out of time. All the illusions that they've used to hide this house, to make it look normal, to make it seem like there's nothing there, are starting to unravel because we're getting close. Either close to the solution to the problem or close to the end of our clock. And I think it's only going to get weirder and worse from here.
Any theories on the sewing room?
I don't know, because it seems like so far the only two other bodies that are up there, Jack was supposedly killed by the bear rug and his injuries are the same. Ricky was killed by Jack when she was stabbed, so it seems like the house is trying to kill all of us, and maybe the sewing room was its attempt to get me. But in the moment of madness, I ended up sacrificing someone else.
Not a real person.
Just Danny.
I think this is a Coraline ripoff.
Yeah.
So when do we put buttons over our eyes?
You don't have yours? I've had mine for weeks.
So I'm in.
That's why their blood is thread. Their blood is thread.
I like that.
What does it mean?
It adds up.
Sweet Coraline.
Sweet.
Da-da-da-da.
Nice. Yeah, so Jack, any theories on the, or Brian, any theories on Jack's delusional encounter with the bear, which may or may not have happened?
I have not a clue. I'm on a hook, I guess.
Could you call it a plot hook?
Oh,
Ooh,
that could
I like
be
that.
it.
No, not crazy enough.
Just one thing I would like to say.
Yeah.
I was still in this episode.
Well, actually, the episode's slightly shorter than intended, but I think we just were at a really good point that
it's because we didn't
speed it up. So you know,
it's because I wasn't allowed to look in rooms.
There was 2 rooms we did not look in.
I'm being
they're trying to stretch it for another 3 hours so that the Roll20 servers would go offline.
Well, yeah, I mean, Roy did find the piece of paper, the journal entry, which sort of broke open the whole flow of the journal itself, which was nice. And then, of course, the staircase poltergeist phenomenon with the chandelier. So that was a pretty good thing.
And I haven't really seen any, maybe one as Jack, one of the pages. Because they've been split up every time they found any of the other pages. I have no idea that they found any more pages.
They found the pages.
And Rocky found some pages.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he thinks that his pages have merit.
My pages are better than your pages.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. That's why as soon as I found my pages, all this stuff happened.
The best pages ever. Look, I know people who know pages, and they say that my pages are the best pages ever. The most greatest pages.
They wish that they could find pages like my pages.
It's true.
Years from now, when they put pages in textbooks, they're going to be pictures of my pages.
I was going to say, how many pages has Roy found? Seems like
all of them.
Shit ton.
Yeah.
Just being
shooting
crazy.
at a wall, finds a page. Walks in a room. Hey, there's a page.
Reaches in a bear's mouth. Oh, look, a page.
It's right here where I left it.
Oh, look over there. It's Ellen Page.
What happened is I actually just found the book, and then I scattered the pages around so I could be a hero and find them.
Ooh, wow. I like that. Yeah. Maybe there's like a Roy spirit wandering the halls of romance.
Arroyo has previously been killed here.
Yeah, and he's helping me out.
Maybe Arroyo is Poe.
Poe Arroyo.
Maybe it's part of the whole, it's a hereditary.
The Poes and the Arroyos were one at some point.
Well, it couldn't be, though, because it doesn't start with an R.
That's true. Let's see, John Poe? No, it doesn't work.
See, I was thinking maybe he's an Arroyo, but I said his name's John.
Yeah.
John, yep.
John's
a euphemism for something else.
If it was Ron.
Ron John.
Ron Poe.
He's a surfer, Ron John Poe.
Ron Poe Royo.
Ron Poe Peel.
That's Rocky. That's Roy. That's Roy and John Poe's ship name. It's Ron Poyo. Poyo.
Forget about it.
All right, guys. I think
shipping
that's good.
Royo.
Those are some
Ron
good
Poor Royo.
theories. Poor
I'm
Royo.
sticking to Poyoyo because that's more fun.
Poyo.
Yeah, let's do that. Now it's time for some hashtag recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll the
69.
Oh, did you get 69?
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that's going to win. I think 69 should just go first. And actually, that's fine. So Brian and I tied, so we need a roll-off between you.
No, we just need to say them at the same time.
Talk over each other.
All right, so I'll go before you, but it's going to be Matt, Me, Brian, then Gabe. So
I
Matt,
cry.
go ahead and take us off. 69. Nice.
I keep getting the last place.
Yeah, save the best for.
All right, so this week we're stepping it up a bit. I'm not going to recommend a piece of software, but a piece of hardware instead. I've had about a week to play with this thing and test it out, and is great. As everyone knows,
You finally got Blu-ray?
Yes, I got HD DVD. I got Laserdisc. At the point of recording, that the quote next gen consoles have been out, and as far as whatever you like, you can like whatever you like. I really don't care, but I'm gonna say for those of you who want to hear it from me, I'm gonna recommend the Xbox Series X. Is the
Hey, somebody.
what?
69.
I'd love to take
$10.
that recommendo if I was able to.
So, the new Xbox, the Xbox Series X, is the bigger and more powerful version, which is the one that I have. It really is a great console. The new SSD and their new Velocity architecture, loading times aren't a thing anymore. Games that used to take 2+ minutes to load now load in 15 to 30 seconds. I can fast travel in The Witcher 3 so fast, it breaks the fast travel screen.
He hasn't played the game since.
Yeah.
It's free.
Games that are enhanced specifically for the Series X run at higher frame rates and higher resolutions. It really is amazing, and it's absolutely making me play more games now that I don't have to, a amount of time for just getting into the game and getting things going and waiting for loading. Along with that, quick resume is their other killer feature. So with that, anytime you stop playing a game, the system saves a snapshot of where you were and dumps it onto the SSD. So you can then go back and within 5 to 6 seconds, rotate between 6 different games. You don't have to wait to go back to the main menu. You don't have to reload from everything. You just switch back, and 5 to 6 seconds later, you are in the game and you are still going exactly where you were when you stopped, which is awesome because it means that I can boot up like a multiplayer game like Call of Duty while I'm waiting for everyone else to hop on, and I can load into a single player game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And when everybody is on and ready, I just flip back to my other game and it takes me 5 seconds to be ready to go. And it's just so nice. It's fast, it's powerful, everything looks amazing. If you can get your hands on an Xbox Series X, definitely do it because I'm loving it.
Cool. Very nice. That was me trying to do a backflip. Flip
It was
into
me
it.
crying because I can't get an Xbox One Series X.
Nobody can. They're not available right now.
I know, I'm crying.
I was literally
Just buy
sitting at my
mats.
computer hammering the F5 key on Microsoft's website the day they went up for pre-order.
So was I. Didn't work.
I think we need to help Justin with his boob count. So lift him up, guys.
I go down. It's faster.
Woo. Put a little bit of nipple action
That'll
in
make
there,
the 30
huh?
minutes go by quick.
I got free lunch today.
All right. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. I'm going to go next. And tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different, too. Hey, Justin, you haven't seen my boobs. There's nothing negative about it, baby. That's real hair.
I got mine from a squirrel I shaved.
Real string.
Tonight I'm going to be recommending international travel. No. Not get on a plane and fly to Denmark or anything like that. At least not until
I'm
we're all
doing it.
vaccinated. Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
load up Google Maps and use Street View to walk virtually anywhere. Get it? Virtually. For instance, once this whole virus thing is ancient history, let's say you'd like to visit Paris again for the first time. I mean, again or for the first time. I can attest that the streets of Paris and the surrounding arrondissements can be somewhat confusing. So why not get your bearings ahead of time by loading up google.com/maps and search Paris, France. And then in the lower right of the web app, grab that little yellow figure and drag him to the map and drop him on a highlighted street. And he screams the entire way, which makes it just so
Until he
much
hits
better.
the ground. And
Yeah, then he's just dead. He can't go anywhere. But now,
Gravity is a bitch.
once you do that, you can use your keyboard or mouse to move around, gawking at all the patisserie shops, the boucheries. I highly recommend strolling around the base of the Eiffel Tower or even gazing at the artworks inside the Louvre without all the crowds. So that's kind of nice. You can actually get up close and see the Mona Lisa.
I hear Paris is a really great Christmas tree.
They do, yeah. It can't replace travel, obviously, but it can scratch that itch for a little bitch. Little bitch? Little bitch. Is this basketball all of a sudden? Hey, little bitch. It can scratch that itch for a little bit, and planning for a future trip can instill much needed optimism when we're all feeling isolated.
Yep.
So I highly recommend that. If you need another tool to assist in your virtual visits, I can recommend window-swap.com. A friend of mine, Natalie, actually, Brian, just shared that with me, where you can view a live feed of someone else's window worldwide. It's random. It's not a privacy issue. But these people actually record the view out their window I can't remember. It's like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. It might be longer. And then they upload it and share it. So, for instance, earlier this week, I peered out from a balcony in Nagoya, Japan. I watched the sunset in Istanbul, Turkey, and spied on the city lights at night in St. Petersburg, Russia. I also just happened upon, because you can click it. It's almost like what was that old web roulette, chat roulette or something? Was that?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Yeah,
chat roulette is still a thing.
So, but it's sort of like that, but you can just keep. If you don't like the view, you can go to the next one, and it just randomizes what you see. So I got to see some place in California where it was raining outside in someone's garden. By happenstance, I popped onto Independence, Michigan. Oh, yeah. Where they had chickens strutting around their backyard. That's cool. So it's just really unique thing where you can go clear across the globe or just someplace another couple cities away and see something that for a moment gets you out and you get a different view. Which is really nice. So I recommend both that, Google Maps for Street View, to check out some international stuff, but also window-swap.com. Pretty cool virtual tools to get us out of our own skin when we need to.
And if you like a little bit more of a gamified travel, GeoGuessr is a really great option.
GeoGuessr, nice.
Yeah, they literally just drop you at a random point in the world, and you have to use Google Street View to try and figure out where you are. And the closer you get to your actual location, the more points you score.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
Cool. We'll check that out. All right, Brian, I believe you are up next, sir.
Yeah, I'm up next. That's me.
Next.
Back at it again. I actually had a recommendo that I'm going to save for next week. After hearing what yours was and realizing how much I loved this, but never thought to use it as a recommendo, it's like therapy for me.
Looking through your neighbor's windows.
Yeah, it's so easy. And if you put a camera there, you don't have to I was doing along the same lines that Jeremy was with the traveling and stuff like that, where you're virtually traveling. I wrote down the other website, though. That sounds really cool. But there's a channel on YouTube. It's called 4K Relaxation Channel. Mm-hmm. And it's basically virtual walks on beaches and forests and cities around the world. They don't talk. It's high resolution. The crowds are walking past them. The shops are going, and it's just a walk through a city, usually a famous one, or a beach. And I watch them before bed just to get everything out of my head, just to relax. And usually it helps me fall asleep much faster. They all different lengths. They go from 40 minutes to 3 hours, some of them. But it really has helped me a lot with the lockdown and not being able to see the family members and stuff like that. It really has kind of transported me there and helped with that little bit of mental health that we all need help with sometimes. So definitely, please check it out. It's definitely worth a watch. It's extremely relaxing. No narration or anything, which is fantastic for me. It's a 4K relaxation channel. It's all spelled out. No, not the 4 and the K, but
Hey, I spell 4? How do you spell K?
Yeah.
F-O-R-E.
I just pulled it up to see if they had any that I haven't seen yet. But like they have the Coliseum, where they just walk around the whole. It's like an hour long. It's just them walking like a walking tour, but without any verbal, any voiceovers or anything. So, but
Can
there's
you
one
hear
that
the sound of them walking?
Kinda. Unless they're in a city, you can't. Because you hear all the people and the people talking and stuff, but it's all...
That's what I wonder if there was environmental noise.
Yes, there's all the environmental noises there. It's just the person does not speak.
Cool.
And you can tell that this person is famous because some of the walks that they do, people will come in front of the camera and be like, they'll know it's him. So I think it's just one group of people, but there's one here that I just see. It's 5 hours and 38 minutes long. It's a 4K virtual forest walk. So I think I'm going to watch that tonight.
I hope they get lost in the woods. And that's
Me
why
too.
Help.
They never uploaded it to YouTube.
Oh, they found a cabin in the woods.
someone found they'll die at the 3 hour mark, and someone finds it.
Here's the dark secret behind the 4K relaxation channel: is all of their videos are found footage.
Ooh, I love it. I'd actually watch that.
But instead of solving the crimes of what happened to the videographers, they just put them on their channel.
The news. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the 4K Found Footage Mysteries Relaxation channel.
Can it be longer, please? Can we work on that?
I'll find some more syllables to add in there somewhere.
So yeah, definitely check that out.
Right.
It's awesome. It's helped a lot for me.
Cool. Thank you, Brian. We'll check that out. Anything that gets us out of our own sphere would be nice. All right, Gabe, why don't you close this off, buddy?
I'll also do something weird
Nice.
because everyone else has. I'm a big fan of metal, and I just always have been, and it's always been something that I've really liked as a kid till now. And I've recently sort of gotten into making stuff and like patches and pins and stuff like that. So I'm going to recommend Pull the Plug Patches. It's a company, I think they're it's either Australia or New Zealand, but I think it's Australia.
Crikey.
And it's just a guy, and he will go to bands that he likes and that other people like, and he'll like contact with them, and he'll get their permission to make patches, and he'll make some of the coolest, most high quality patches that I can find, and they're all at a good price too. And they're woven patches, which usually are not good quality, but I've ordered a couple from this guy, and they're really high quality. The picture's great, and they're durable, and the edging is done well, and it's just, I follow him on like social medias, and he's a very personable guy. He's always having a good time. You can see that he loves that he's able to do this and that the bands will let him do it. So it's just great to see that energy from someone. They also make pins, and while I generally think that the price of pins is like ridiculous, generally they're really high quality pins if you like that. So I just think as a whole it's a really good website, and he makes a really good product. What he'll do is he has a drop every month, and leading up to it, he'll announce, these are the patches I'm making. I'm making this many of them. Get them while you can. So it's limited edition. He'll make patches of the same band twice, but he has never made the same patch twice. So you gotta, if you want to get it, you gotta get it. Which, you know, that can be frustrated when he drops like a more popular band and you're just not fast enough. But especially being that he's from Australia, the time difference kind of kills me sometimes. But I just think it's a really cool thing, especially since I love the community and it's a fun thing to support. And I've had a lot of fun doing stuff with the patches, and they're pretty much the best patches I've been able to find.
Cool.
Nice. Very cool. Well, I'm still holding out for the Patch Adams run of...
He did, for Halloween, he did a bunch of horror movie patches.
Nice. I think Patches is actually the name of a horror movie with a clown, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or is it Stitches? I can't remember.
I think there's
Patches.
both.
Patches. Yeah, Stitches and Patches. And
Patchy Stitches.
Patchy Stitches.
I'll stitch your
Patches
if
the
you
clown
patch my
is...
stitches.
I do love Patches the clown.
Mm-hmm.
Just whatever you do, don't rent
And he
Terrifier.
loves you.
It's too
Yes.
scary.
Patches the clown is very scary, yes.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening, and thank you for watching on Twitch. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. And on a personal note, I know that we're entering into the third wave of the coronavirus nonsense. So just be smart out there. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. It's going to be a rough holiday season, but it doesn't have to be. Just be smart. Don't give in to pressures, and just be good with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on Twitter at lovecrafttapes.
And if you want to get your votes in on who I should shoot next, hit me up on Twitter at @TheRealWeirdKid.
And if you want to rise up against chandeliers with me, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
And if anybody would like to meet a Centibite, you can find me at Brian Podcasts.
Until next time, roll for Jesus Wept.
Oh.
But I closed roll 20 down.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Night,
Appreciate
everybody.
that.
Bye.
Thank you, somebody, for donating $10. I know who that somebody is.
Somebody to love.
All right.
Was it Frank?
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.